guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Opeyemi Goddess, and on this channel I talk about love, relationships, marriage, lifestyle, nursing, and basically everything fun. If you're new to this channel, thank you for coming. I love and celebrate you. Here is your hug as usual and your kiss. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys for sticking to this channel. I really love you. I really love you. Thank you. I love all your support. I love everything you do for me. God bless you. So if you're new, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Subscribe. Click on the notification bell as well. That way you will be the first to know whenever I put up videos on this channel. And don't forget to just share my videos to your loved ones. Yes. So in today's video, we're talking about something very exciting. I'm so excited about this topic. Like, you guys can tell already, it's something I've experienced firsthand, so I know so much about this. And guys, I'll be sharing tips on how you can actually manage a long distance relationship. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing you need to do to make your long distance relationship work is to have a plan in mind, have a goal in mind. And by this I mean that when you're going into a long distance relationship, you guys should sit down and agree on the duration of the long distance relationship. There should be a goal in mind. You shouldn't be in a long distance relationship forever, like forever. No. So sit down, you both should discuss and then agree on how long it will be. If it's going to be for like maybe 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, let it be known that it will be for a period of time. It's not going to linger on forever. So that's the first thing you need to do, because by the time you know like how long it's going to be, that way you're kind of motivated, like you have something you're looking forward to, like, oh, at the end of 1 year we'll be married, we'll be together in the same space, living together. That way you're just kind of motivated, you are like excited, so you have every reason to hang on. You have every reason to make the relationship work, because you know that someday the long distance relationship will end and it will probably lead into marriage and all that. So that's the first thing you need to do. Ensure that there's an established duration of the long distance relationship. One thing which I think is the most important thing actually for every long distance relationship is that you both should build that relationship on trust. The foundation of that relationship should be trust. That's the truth. No long distance relationship would work without trust. I've been there. My long distance relationship lasted for some years. Definitely, if I all through the relationship, it was long distance. So yeah, and I really had no reason to like doubt my partner. He had no reason to like doubt me or think I would misbehave. And it was the same for me as well. I never for once thought he was going to misbehave, or he was misbehaving, or he was cheating on me. No, I never crossed my mind, because I trusted him so much. He also trusted me so much. And the thing is, you really can't build trust by mere words. You have to show it. You have to be honest with your spouse, with your partner. You really have to be honest. Like, don't just say, oh, I trust you, I want you to trust me. You have to put those words into action. By what you do, by what you say, by the things you do, you would establish that trust. Be honest, be open. Don't tell lies in your relationship. If you're in a long distance relationship and you're telling lies, it will not work, because the truth is things will not add up. You will say A today and then the next day you're saying B. Things will not add up, things will not match, and then over time your partner will start thinking of 1,001 reasons why he or she needs to leave the relationship or break up with you and all that. So if you want to establish trust in your long distance relationship, make sure you're open, you're honest, you're not telling lies. And that is what will really help you in building trust in your long distance relationship. Guys, the other thing you need to do for your long distance relationship to work is to communicate often. Yes, you don't want to go for days without communicating with your partner, or go for months or weeks without communicating with your partner. Like, no relationship will survive without communication. Like, even people living with each other, like married people who are in the same space, living and sleeping in the same space, they still need to communicate with each other. How much more you that you're in a long distance relationship? you need to communicate very often. You need to call, send text, and basically just ensure that you keep communicating with your partner. And this really helped me while I was in a long distance relationship, like when we were dating, because we're always talking. Like we were always talking. We'll talk in the morning, talk in the night. There were times that it wasn't like regular, but I knew that it was for a reason. Probably because it was busy or I was also busy. By the way, we both had a very tight schedule when we were in a relationship. Gosh, he had a very busy schedule, and it was the same for me as well. So communication was a bit difficult at first, but over time we just had to adjust to both schedules, and we're able to find a routine for ourselves. So when we're in a relationship, we're always talking at night. Basically, it was more of communication at night than in the morning. We're always talking at night. In the morning it wasn't so frequent, but at night we knew that by the time we would come back home, when we're settled, we would always talk to each other at night. So make sure that you have a routine for your communication. That way, like, you're excited. Like for me, I was always excited, to come home at the end of the day and just, get settled, because I know that once I'm settled in bed, the next thing to do is to call my partner. Or I knew that the next thing that would happen was that it was going to call me. Do you get? So ensure that you have a routine for your communication, because if there's no routine, you might get busy and just forget to call each other. But once you know that, oh, every morning I need to speak with my partner, I need to call him or her, or I need to send a text. If that routine is established, that there is no day that you both don't talk to each other. If it's like a rule, do you get? Both of you would abide by the rule, and communication will really save you from a lot of mess in a long distance relationship, seriously. And then another importance of communication is because that's the way you can actually keep each other updated on your schedule. So like what we used to do then was that a night before, like when we talk at night, then he would probably just run me through his schedule for the following day. I would do the same, like, oh, so tomorrow I'll be at work from so time to so time, and then from work I'll probably go to this place, and then when I leave that place I'll probably hang out with few friends. So I would always keep him updated, and then he would tell me the same. Okay, tomorrow I think I'll be traveling. I'll be going to this city. When I leave that city, we're going somewhere else to another city. Like, so I pretty much knew his schedule. Like I would definitely know what he would do at a particular point in time. Of course, I know that schedules change. Like schedules are not like rigid things. Like they get to change, I understand. But just let your partner have like an overview of what to schedule the following day will be, or what his plans or his routine for the following day or even for the week would be. That way, if someone calls you up and say, oh, because people can actually be funny. Someone might just call you and say, oh, I actually found your babe or your guy. I just found him now at somewhere in Ikoyi, or somewhere outside of where maybe she works or lives. And then you won't be surprised, because you know that, oh, you guys had spoken about it earlier. And even if you guys never spoke about that, you trust your partner enough that you can always vouch for her or vouch for him and say, oh yeah, thank you, I'm aware that she'll be going to that place. And then later in the day, you just trash that with your partner. So that's the essence of communication. Communication also actually helps with building trust. That's the truth. The more you communicate with each other, the more you call, send messages, the more you actually build that trust you need for your relationship to survive. And then make use of video calls, because sometimes you just want to see your partner's face. It's very normal to want to see their face. It's very normal, because you're not in the same space, you're not like seeing each other face to face. But thank God for video calls. Now you can actually see your partner's face, see their gestures, see their facial expressions and all that. So communication is very key for every relationship, especially a long distance relationship. Another thing you need to do, which also helped me and helped us when we're in a long distance relationship, was that we always planned our visits. So because we both had very, very busy schedules, oh gosh, we both had very busy schedules, but we would always plan our visits. So I knew when he'll be visiting, he knew when I'll be visiting. Like I would plan my visit around my off duties. He would plan his visit around the same time as well. And then also when he's on annual leave, or when I was on annual leave, then so would always plan visits around that time. Just make it a deliberate act, seriously, to make a long distance relationship work, it has to be deliberate. It has to be deliberate. A lot of factors wouldn't make it work, but you have to be deliberate about making it work. So planning your visit is also a way to make it work, because you can't just go on and on and on in a long distance relationship without seeing each other. So agree on the number of times you guys will see in a year, or in a month, or in 6 months. Just plan it out. And then if you have to save towards it, for especially for people who like live in different countries, you might have to save towards that. Please do save ahead of time, and just ensure that you guys, even if it's once in a year or twice in a year, ensure that you both see each other. Plan those visits. It is very, very needed. So the next thing you need to do to make your long distance relationship work is to enjoy your time alone. This is very, very crucial. There were Valentine days during my relationship that I was all by myself. Like, I was alone. There was no partner with me. There was nobody. My boyfriend wasn't with me, and I didn't die. You won't die as well. Seriously. So on those special days, I know you can actually feel very bad. Like, oh, like you're meant to be with your partner. You're meant to be with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Just chill. It will soon be over. Like I said earlier, that you both should have like a duration, an established duration for your long distance relationship. So that should keep you motivated. Like, you're always looking forward to when that duration will end. So if you're like motivated and you're looking forward to that day, then you would enjoy your time alone. Don't get carried away by your friends whose partners are like with them, or your friends who see their partners often. Don't get carried away with that. I know that happens a lot of times, and you're like, maybe I should just get someone else who lives in the same city with me, or maybe I should just get someone who lives in the same country with me. I know it happens, but please always look forward to when you both will be together. Get motivated with that very soon you both will be together. So enjoy your time alone. Enjoy. It's just imagine that you're single, like you're not in a relationship. What will you do? You probably enjoy yourself. You probably go out and have fun. You probably hang out with your friends. So do the same. Hang out with your friends, have fun. Of course, you're not single, you're accountable, but have fun, enjoy your time alone, enjoy yourself as well, enjoy your life. Don't always wait on your partner, like, oh, I will just wait till when he visits for me to like go out. No, go out, have fun, and just enjoy yourself, really. So that's it. And then the last thing that really helped me for my long distance relationship, seriously, this last tip actually helped me a lot. Oh gosh, it really helped me. Like, this tip added a lot of spice to my long distance relationship. So lastly, guys, if you need to make your long distance relationship work, then you have to be deliberate about giving gifts. This really helped me. I was consistently and deliberately like giving him gifts, and because we're not like together, we're not together at that time, we're not together in the same state. So I was so committed to giving him unexpected gifts. So it's not just about giving your partner, your girlfriend or your boyfriend, a gift or gifts. No, make those gifts unexpected gifts. Like, they're not even expecting you to like send them a gift. Make it like a surprise. Always work out a surprise for them. It was the same for me. Like, I was always working out one surprise or the other for him. I was always like planning one surprise, and he would never even smell it. Like, so he always came out to him as a surprise. He'd be like, gosh, Okoyemi, how do you do all those things? And I'm like, yeah. Like, I always looked forward to sending him gift as a surprise. Of course, for him, it wasn't into like gift. He would rather just send money. He used to say those ones to like a form of surprise. I'm like, no, sending money is not even like, I need gifts, unexpected gifts. But of course, it wasn't that type of a person. He rather just send you just get a lot on your phone. Well, I was okay with that as well. But I feel like giving gifts is just like a very good idea. It actually helps. It's like the spice. For me, it added so much spice to my relationship, because there were times my husband would just go to work, my boyfriend then, he would just go to work, and then it would just be at work, and a gift to be delivered to him at work. And you'll be like, oh gosh, once he receives the gift at work, he already knows that the gift is for me. He would just call me and be like, babe. I'm like, yeah. So I was always like playing pranks. You would always find those things very, very heartwarming. And you can also like do that send them gifts, plan surprises. I remember one particular surprise that was like, till date is still like one of the biggest surprises I did for my boyfriend, now husband. Even though that was a list of all the surprises I've actually pulled out on him, but that's still like the most significant so far. It didn't cost me so much money, that particular one, but it was something that came from my heart. So I just called. It was on a Sunday, and I just called one of my sisters, who is also a friend of mine. I just called her and then told her, babe, I'm actually planning to, pull a surprise on my boyfriend then. And then she said, oh, what can we do? We just thought about one or two things, and then we eventually agreed on what to do. So what we did was, she quickly had to rush out of I think after first service, she rushed out of church to get a card. And so I sent her what I wanted her to write on the card. It was something very emotional for me, and then I just told her to write it out on the card for me. So she got the card after the first service in church, and I wrote it out on a card. And then she went up and told my husband that she needed his car keys. Of course he did, gave her the car keys, and then she opened his car and then put the card on the steering. So after second service, of course, after all the other meetings in church, probably later in the evening when he was going home, he got to his car and then found the card on the steering, opened the card, and then read my my emotional notes that I told my friends to write down. He felt, even though that didn't cost us so much money, I mean myself and my friend, it didn't cost us so much money, but he got home that day, and then he called and was like, okay, Amy, you're just so thoughtful, you're so considerate, like you know how to get me every time. And it wasn't like I bought something expensive, but it was just the thought, the kindness behind the heart. So guys, if you're in a long distance relationship, you already know the kind of person you're in a relationship with, you know what would like make them happy. Just always look out for that. Look for that thing that will bring spice into your relationship, because trust me, long distance relationship can become boring. It can become more like a routine, like you talk in the morning, you talk at night, okay, you call, you text. It can actually become a routine. Seriously, it can. But you need to add so much spice to it, and that depends on you, the kind of person you're in a relationship with, and a lot of other factors would come into play. But regardless of those factors, just make sure that you had your own spice. For me, my own spice then was like surprises, always putting out surprise on him. For you, it might be something different, but just look out for that spice that you can add to that long distance relationship. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also click on the notification bell so you always be notified whenever I put up videos on my channel. Thank you guys for all the support. I love and appreciate it. So and then lastly guys, oh gosh, no.